What's up? What's up? It's your boy Kev. Our first movie review on this channel. We just checked out Faces of Death. It's the new review, 2026 movie that came out. At the end of the review, I'm gonna tell you what I rated. Okay, so let me think. Basically, the movie it start with this girl. I want to say her name Margot, and she's working for a company where they kind of sanction if a video that's uploaded onto their TikTok type platforms called Kino, but it's like a content sharing app. And she kind of goes through each video and determines if it's going to be allowed on the platform or not, or it's going to be some type of censorship. You dig what I'm saying? And as going through these videos, she keeps come across these snuff clips. You know, where it seems like somebody's being abused and deleted, if you get what I'm saying. And she starts to become worried because she even has her own clip out there that went viral where her and her sister or friend, like they're playing like on the train tracks and they trying to jump off or get out the way of the train last minute, and she makes it, but her friend slash sister, she slips and she gets deleted. And so now she's working at this company. One of her friends got her the job and whatnot, but now because of the snuff clips that she's seen, she's starting to like investigate. She's going on Reddit, making posts, asking about it. Could it be real? Could it not be real? And now she's getting her roommate involved. And the roommate telling her to chill out. Just chill out, man. Don't stop investigating. So of course, being the protagonist and illogical character choices, she then goes into her boss's office, basically downloads the original files off her boss's computer. Then when she takes it back to the crib, she starts uploading the original files onto a Reddit post. But the whole time, the serial killer is watching the Reddit post. He's watching it, or interacting with it, but he's being a different account type of thing. Not his original account, but a created account, and he's acting like he's a user, a concerned user and things. And pretty much he sends a fake link responding to one of her posts. She clicks on it, and that's how he gets her address. And from there, he, of course, serial killer type of stuff. He drives 7-8 hours away because I want to say he was in Jacksonville while Margot was in New Orleans. So of course he goes to the apartment. Well, even before all this, really, like it got clips and scenes of the killer kidnapping other people, but it's just what he doing. And so basically, when he gets to Margot's apartment, he break in, the roommate get killed, she gets snatched up. Now she's in the cage with the other people. She gets out of the cage, helps one of the girls who got kidnapped get out of the cage. But then it's just like the illogical character choices of, okay, you're making all this noise. You got out the cage. You don't know where the killer is at. You don't know the layout of his home. You don't know where you really are. You don't know where you at. You just, once you came back to consciousness, you're just in a cage like a fucking dog. Making all this noise, and then the other girl's like, we gotta get up out of here. She's like, no, we have to find video evidence. So now this bitch is going through the rooms, and she sees a hard drive, a computer open with large files on it, and she starts reviewing the evidence while she's in this person's house. The other girl like, bitch, I ain't got time waiting on you. So I'm trying to get up out of here. The girl tried to do a little two-step. Oh, come on. At least she said Margot. How the fuck she knew her name? That was weird. But then she smashed through the window, and then she tries to like hop over a fence. But even when the girl ran out, it's like you run out full speed just to stop and just look around. Ooh. That's where athleticism come in at. That's why you gotta be active. You can't be no unathletic person or overweight individual, because when it's time to start hopping fences and climbing trees and climbing buildings and get yourself out of a situation, you ain't got time to be dragging no crates over, wasting time. You need to be able to run, pull yourself up, hop over, get gone, boom, gone. And just like how they run, like the frantic running, man, you gotta get your form. This not no dream, but you gotta. This is life or death. The movie called Faces of Death, but it's life or death. So that already pissed me off. Just illogical choices of the characters. Then, so Margot hear gunshots going off. She eventually get the evidence, but then now she gotta like it creates a story. It gotta be a story. It gotta be a movie for her to be able to escape, hop over the fence, and avoid getting shot. Oh yeah, the other girl, she got shot, but so Margot kind of, it's like she getting away. She got through the woods, but then she's trying to get help from like a family, but the family drove off. Smart decision, because you don't know if it's a setup or not. And basically that white lady made a good choice. Like, I don't want no parts of that. You feel me? So I'm gonna get a little sippy sip. Then the character, she sits on the ground. You don't know if you're being chased or not. You sit on the ground just crying. Finally get in touch with 911. They come back to the crib. Of course, typical. The killer confronts the police and persuades the police that Margot's the crazy one. Margot eventually goes to the hospital. She gets some medication, some nasal spray. I think she's an addict because she had fentanyl in her system. Because that's what the killer used to put you to sleep. So then Margot decides to go back to the killer house, I guess to get the girl and get more evidence because the hard drive was shot. It had a bullet in it. Margot, this typical movie stuff, the killer wants the hard drive. She's not giving the hard drive up or telling the location. It's kind of like a battle scene. Margot wins, uploads the confession because she had a hidden camera. And that's how the movie ends. She uploaded on the Kino app. It was just a frustrating watch. It was a frustrating watch. Once she is breaking the company policies that she's telling to new hires in orientation of don't be investigating any clips you see. She wants to investigate. She's getting deeper. She thinks she's untouchable. If you're dealing with somebody who you think is really killing people in a gruesome way and people are going missing, then why do you think you're untouchable? Why don't people in movies ever have weapons? Why are they so lackadaisical when it's dealing with killings and kidnappings? This ain't you getting just cyberbullied and on GTA or on Call of Duty. People just talking noise through the headset. You're dealing with actual killers, and you're just moving very lackadaisical. Think about it. The killer drove from Florida all the way to New Orleans to get your ass. Then he had to drive back to Florida. That's a 16-hour span. You know you had to go to sleep. And your decision, you trying to review the evidence, go through each file, looking at your file, looking at other people's files, playing the videos on loud. You don't know where this man is in the home. You don't know where you at. Just very illogical things. It's like when you watching horror movies, you kind of it has to be a movie, but it's better when the main character makes the right decisions and the villain is always just one step ahead. So they're making the smart decisions, but they just keep getting caught by the villain. Versus, nigga, this movie could have been 26 minutes. That's it. 26 minutes. But it's stretched out to an hour 37. So just an illogical decision making, and you're getting your roommate killed. You're just being slack and like, you know, as a movie, when you first introduced to a character, you don't know their personality. And it has to have character development. Just how her character development was. It just went for me. Like, that's why I think I'm getting better. I'm getting more into like more mystery movies or thrillers. But if it's supposed to be like this is supposed to be classified as a horror, it just wasn't given. So a lot of people be like, out of 5, whatever Tony he do out of 5. I think Rotten Tomatoes is a percentage. Out of 10, I'm trying to think. Would I watch this again? Maybe just to put it on. My old lady, she might want to watch it just to put it on. It's not a long film. Out of 10, I gotta give it like a 4. Maybe even a 3 or 4. Quality was good. It's not like it's shot. You can make films on iPhones, but I'm saying like the quality of the camera. It was multiple components or B-roll or other characters in the film to make it feel more relatable in that sense of environment. it wasn't just three characters the whole entire movie, like, you know, these low budget films. It's just three characters the whole movie. There's no brands. It's just plain backgrounds. It's like, nah, this was more of a, put it like this: if you seen Obsession, this wasn't better than Obsession by a long shot. This was not better than Obsession. But I give it a 4. I give it a 4 for effort. You gotta get a point for the quality. You gotta give a point just for the story. I'm trying to think why you get another point. Yeah, it might be a 28%, 2. I might give it a 2. I'm trying to think of the point. So quality, you get 1 for effort, and the story plot could have been better, but like just the plot, whatever the plot is. So you get a 3. You get a 3. Yeah, I give it a 3 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? You get, out of a bucket of popcorn, 10 buckets of popcorn, I give it 3 buckets of popcorn. Out of 10 buckets, you get 3 buckets of popcorn. But it's your boy K Young. That was my review. Spoilers included, of course. But that was Faces of Death, 2026 movie.